Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our Pittcon 2020 planning meeting. Before we begin, I have a few housekeeping items I'd like to go over with you. First, I wanted to let you know we'll have a question and answer session after each speaker, so you'll have an opportunity after the presentation to ask any questions. And on your dashboard, you will be able to see there's a section where you, on the right-hand side, it's a gray box where you can raise your hand or type in the questions, and we will get to you as quickly as possible. Additionally, we will have this PowerPoint presentation available for download so that you can review it in full at the end of the webinar. It will be on the exhibitor dashboard. It will also include the important dates and deadlines for the year. And we will have other stuff posted as we go. You want to continue to keep checking the exhibitor tab on the Pittcon website. And at that, I'm going to turn it over to Jane Chan, who is the Pittcon 2020 president.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the exhibitors meeting. Before we start the meeting, I would like to give you an overview of Pittcon 2019. And we have an increase of 9.9% in attendance compared to Pittcon 2018. And the conference attracted quality attendees. And among the attendees, the presidents, VP, general manager, directors remain, one of the top priority attendees. And there were 94 countries in attendance. And 73% among those that respond to our survey, 73% were involved in the purchasing process. And then 44% state that Expo is their main reason of attending the conference. And among the attendees, there was 12,541. Totally, 55% were first-time attendees. So it was very important, to catch these new attendees because, if you skip a year, you might not see these people. You might not have seen these people. Next slide, please. Oh, sorry. Among the attendees, we find that there are 5 industries that they were from, like analytical chemistry, equipment, instruments, and chemicals. And then pharmaceutical, then followed by manufacturer, distributor, and importers, and laboratory, research, testing, government agency. And among the scientific specialties, the majority, or the top ones, are chromatography, like liquid gas chromatography, and then spectroscopy. You have mass spec, UV vis, IR Raman, or ICPs, and then lab automation, microscopy, physical measurements. It's a broad range, of scientific specialties. Next. And we have a survey, and there were open-ended responses, to this survey. And quite a few said that I want to see the interactive between the hands-on demonstration of the instrument. And some said they want to interact with the equipment. Otherwise, they could do it online. For a face-to-face meeting, they would like to see the equipment. And then someone said, well, it's useless if I attend a section and then, go down to the expo floor and couldn't find the instrument. That's why the one-on-one meeting setting, we need to have something for the attendees to see and play with. Next one. And the attendees wanted to see the instrument, want to feel it, want to touch it. And so it would be important to bring a working product for demonstration, not just the model. And so, if you do this, we could help you market, and highlight your company. And bring product managers, product engineers, or individuals who would use the product each day, not just salespeople because they don't know the ins and outs of the instrument. I remember personally, I would like to give you an example. 1 year I attended Pittcon. I walk around the aisle. I saw a product. It says in situ monitoring using FTIR. I said, oh, this is interesting. But then the setup that they have, for room temperature is not really what I want. So I talked to the person who was at the booth, and we have a pretty lengthy discussion. I said, I want something that's high temperature and high pressure. And after a year or so, they were able to develop a product that fit our needs. And not long after, they market their equipment as for high temperature and high pressure. So that was really interesting. If they did not have the setup, on their booth, there's no way I would be able to find out what they could do. So, besides what they help us, and they also help themselves because they were able to market new products. So that's why it's important to bring technical people to the show so that they could have the face-to-face interaction with attendees. Any questions?
What are the organizers of Pittcon going to do to improve attendance?
Well, what we are going to do is the most important thing is, you have the exhibitors and the attendees interact. So especially at in an environment that is not official or more at leisure. And so we are going to have, we are planning to have activities like something called welcome party, or it might not be that term, but we are still in the process of preparation. We try to increase the attendee and exhibitor interaction so that you have more interaction, you can talk to each other and get to know each other. And another thing is we would like to help you sell yourself by doing sponsorship, have your name, the company of your name, post all over the conference. And then but since people know your name and people will come, and then so exhibitors will win. So we need you to help us to bring people too, because when you sponsor something like Lanyard or some other venues, and they will say, oh, so and so is going to be here. I would like to go to the conference because I want to talk to the people from these companies. Any questions or comments? Thank you. And the next GES, Tamara Merritt will talk about GES. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tamara Merritt with GES, and I'm going to talk a little bit about GES and the services that we're going to provide for you during Pittcon 2020. Let me know, can you see my screen, Jane? Can we see my screen now? Miranda? Can y'all see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, Tama.
Okay, all right, just double checking. All right, as I mentioned, I'm Tama Merritt with GES. I'm the Associate Director of Account Management here in the Orlando office. And as part of our team continuing with GES is Floyd Genova. Many of you have crossed paths with him in the past. Jennifer Garner, she's been with us for 3 years now. On Pittcon, and then Yvette Genova joined us last year on Pittcon, although she has worked with Pittcon when she used to work at the New Orleans Convention Center. So this is your GES team. For the exhibitors, you're going to be using, once again, the Espresso website, which is the GES online ordering system. You will have access to Espresso 24 hours a day. You can place your orders. And if you've used Espresso in the past, you'll be able to pull up your previous order history so you can see what you've ordered if you want to order the same products again. And then once on site, you'll be able to track your shipments and see that they've made it into your booth, and that'll all go through this Espresso website. In addition to the Espresso website, we also have the National Service Center. It's a call center that is available for your use. Our representatives can help you navigate Espresso. You can order shipping, the GES logistics shipping quotes. A nice feature that we have is the callback feature. So if there happens to be a hold, which there isn't always, you can put yourself in a queue and then we'll call you back. And then we also have the online chat feature available. All of this information as far as the hours of operation and the domestic and international numbers will be on the Espresso website when you log in. Once on site, we do have the exhibitor services executives. They are assigned the zones that pretty much marry up to the Pittcon floor managers, and they're available for you to utilize so that you don't have to go to the service desk. They can look up your current orders. They can look up your freight orders. If you'd like to order any additional products or services while you're on the floor, they can go ahead and take those orders for you. Also, at the end of the show, they'll be handing out your invoices and they can review that on site with you in case you have any questions. Something I know is important to everybody is saving money. So when you're using Espresso, we do have a discount deadline. It's 21 days prior to your first move-in day. So if you get your orders in prior to that deadline, you will receive a discount. Also, if you place your orders online, there is an opportunity for an additional discount. After if you're in that 21-day window, you still have an opportunity for discounts. It's just not as substantial or significant as if you had ordered it 21 days in advance. Also, another way to save money is when you're shipping your materials is to not ship loose materials. If you can consolidate as much as you can, it does help. When you consolidate, it does help on your shipping costs. And then when you use GES logistics for your material handling, you will receive a 10% discount on the logistics shipment. I mean, on the material handling, I'm sorry. So if you use GES logistics, you'll get a 10% discount on your material handling. And this slide right here is probably the most important for all of you, and that's your exhibitor rights in Chicago. This outlines what you're allowed to do in Chicago, and as you can see, it is much more flexible than it has been in the past. So in 17, you also experienced this, and it hasn't changed since 2017, but you are able to unpack your equipment in your booth. You're allowed to use ladders. You're allowed to use hand tools, and it's not limited to the size of the booth. So it doesn't matter what size your booth is, you're able to unpack your equipment. You're able to assemble your equipment. You can put your machinery on the table. You can plug that machinery in. Now, GES is the electrical provider in Chicago, so we still have to plug into the sources, you know, as far as the ports, but once that power is in your booth, you can plug your equipment in, and I know that's important to many of you. And then you're also able to move your machinery around your own booth. You have to use non-powered equipment. You can use a hand truck, you can use dollies. They have to be yours. You can't borrow them from GES, but if you have your own dollies, you can certainly use those. You can't use a forklift. You can't use the, you know, the electric pallet jack or anything like that. But you do have a lot more flexibility in Chicago than you've ever had before. So I think a lot of you will appreciate that. One caveat though, you must be a full-time employee of the exhibiting company. So if you're an employee of the company, you can do all of these things that I've listed. So In addition, I had mentioned that GES is the provider of the electrical. We're also the provider of the hanging signs. So anything that is hung overhead that's attached to the building, that would be GES sign hanging team. If you have a sign that's actually attached to the booth structure and it only requires a ladder, you can also do that yourself. So that's pretty much the highlights. Back to espresso and the exhibitor ordering. I think Tammy had mentioned that we're going to have another webinar later in the fall. So once the kit gets out, if you guys have any questions, hopefully we'll cover them during that webinar. And if not, you're welcome to call the 800 number or use the chat function of Espresso, and our representatives will be glad to help you. So that's all I have today. Does anybody have any questions?
No questions on our end, Tamma.
Okay, great. I'll hang out for a few minutes in case anything comes up.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to start the exposition part. Are we ready? No. There we are. There we are. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to start the exposition part of this webinar. Some important dates that you should know about. Move-in will be Thursday, February 27th through Monday, March 2nd, 2020. Please put those on your calendars. Give yourself reminders so that you are available for those days. The exposition will be Tuesday, March 3rd through Thursday, March 5th. And the exposition will run 9 to 5 each one of those days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So please try to make your travel plans because Thursday will be a 9 to 5 day. Contacts. I would like to introduce, I'm Jan Pfeiffer. I'm a co-chair with Charlie Hollifield. And my chair-elect is Janelle Kirchhoff. Tammy Yellum will continue to be exposition and also our office manager. Diane Keenan is going to be our administrative assistant, and she'll be doing a lot of the interactions for some of the Nexus theaters, gauntlets, and some of those activities. So get familiar with those names. Here's our contact information. If you need to contact any of us, please use our email, or for Tammy and Diane, you can call directly into the office. The location of the expo will be McCormick Place West. And here's some contact information, the website, some phone numbers you may use. Also some utility services such as telephone and internet, exhibitor billing, invoices. So you can contact technologymccormickplace.com. Okay. Let me advance the slide. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's not.
Okay. So this is the slide that I just explained about the McCormick Place and some of the services and the websites and phone numbers. So keep these in mind, and when you get your packet after the webinar, keep this information handy so that if you have any questions or need any information from McCormick Place, you have it readily available. Now we're going to go on to our floor plan, and this is the floor plan as of today. As I go about the floor plan, I may highlight some areas that may change. First of all, we'll have 2 entrances. I'm going to show you the floor plan from the bottom of the screen to the top of the screen. So we have the 2 entrances. Registration will be on the floor, and behind registration will be lead retrieval. This will help you out whenever you register for the conference and need to get lead retrieval information or the devices. They'll be right behind, and all you have to do is register and then get your lead retrieval. Behind registration will be the new exhibitors location. And so it'll be close to registration. They'll register. If you're a new exhibitor, you can register and you're close to everything and you can ask the questions. Next is, did we go to Nexus Theater? Yeah. This year, oops. Sorry. There it goes. This year, we will have 1 Nexus Theater. In the past 2 years, we've had 2 Nexus Theaters, and it seems to kind of dilute the activity. So we decided to try 1 Nexus Theater this year and concentrate the activity for 1 location. Next, again, we will have a park. In the park, there'll be demo zones, the lab gauntlets, the Pittcon booth, tech hub, and also headshot lounge. We may have other activities, but this is what we have as of today. Again, there will be 2 souvenir booths and Apple booths, and they're at the back of the hall where we usually try to put them, and they'll be on both sides of the hall. The service center, if you've been to Chicago, you know that there's stairs that go down. I'm motioning. You go down the stairs, there's an area that has stairs. You go down, and that is where GES will be located. And it'll be readily available to you during the whole conference, and you should be able to locate it without any problem. The expo office this year will be on the floor, as well as posters will be on the floor. We will again have a restaurant, and it will be in the corner of the floor. And as of today, we're looking at possibly putting employment on the floor, but that may change, and that will change by June 3rd. We'll know for sure if they're going to be on the floor or not. That way, when you make your selections, you'll know if employment or what is going to be on the floor. The customer contact room will be right next to the expo office. Now we'll go over some pricing. And a complete list of these items included can be found on page 3 of the display rules. And please read that carefully so that you don't have any misunderstandings about pricing or I didn't get this, I didn't get that. If you read through page 3 carefully, it will help you through the process. A note, we have 2 new packages, and I just want to make a note here. Price is per booth, and that's a 10 by 10. So if you have 2 booths, 5 booths, 10 booths, it's per booth. And the package options are going to be the same way. You can only have a maximum of 2 booths, so that would be either a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 20. If you get a 10 by 20, the cost would double. So I'm going to go through these prices real quick. Each package comes with the following: 8 complimentary passes, 4 exhibitor and 4 exhibitor guest, 8-foot back drape, and it will be in panels, 5 panels of black, gray, white, gray, black, and they'll be in that sequence order. 2 side drapes, and they'll be black, an 11 by 17 inch ID sign, which includes your name and your booth number. 10 by 10 spaces, and that's a booth size, will be $31.50. But in the booklet, it will probably say $31.50 per square foot. Well, if you multiply that by 10, that would be a 10 by 10. So keep that in mind, that it's $31.50 per square foot. This year we have two new options for the smaller booths, the 10 by 10 and the 10 by 20. And the first option package is without electricity. It will be $3,900, or if you look in the book, it'll say $39 per square foot. What's included in that, we're trying to give you everything. All you have to do is sign up for the option one, and you have everything available. It will be a 10 by 10 standard carpet or 10 by 20, 6-foot draped table, 2 contour side chairs, and 1 wastebasket. So you don't have to go in and order these separately. If you select option 1, this is what you'll get for $3,900. The second option, option 2, is with electricity, and it includes everything that I've just made a comment on, plus a 5-amp electric service. And again, if it's a 10 by 20, it will be $3,900 times 2, or if you're doing option 2, it'll be $4,045 times 2. So remember that whenever you're figuring your cost. Seminar rooms. Rental is for duration of the exposition. 20 by 20 rooms hold approximately 30 people. And without a ceiling, it will be $7,500. With a ceiling, it's $8,900. Customer contact rooms, and each room rented on a 3-hour basis, so it'd be 9:30 to 12:30 or 1 to 4 p.m. And a 10 by 10 holds 10 people. It will be $500, or a 10 by 20 holds 20 people, and it will be $725 for that time period. Opportunities for you to engage with attendees. As in the past, we will have a demo zone. And this helps you as an exhibitor to engage attendees with new equipment, equipment that you have brought to the show, things that you want to demo. And you can read through this, but it will be a 30-minute live demonstration. Each demo will cost $300 per exhibitor. It will open, to sign up for these demos, will open September 3rd, 2019, and it's a first come, first serve. So if you really want to do one of these demo zones, and they're very, very popular, please put September 3rd in your save the date, so you know you have to get on and sign up as soon as you can. And then they're 15 minutes to set up, 15 minutes to dismantle, and 30 minutes for the presentation. The deadline for these submissions will be January 6th, 2020. But remember, it opens on September 3rd. So put that on your calendars now. Pittcon will provide the 20 by 30 area. And if you remember in the past, if you came in the past, it's a low hard wall with a clear plexiglass upper wall, high counter presentation table, 120 volt, 20 amp outlet, seating capacity of 25 people, wireless microphone and sound system, a 42-inch display monitor with speakers, and promoted in the print and digital communications. Another opportunity, which is very, very popular, is the Lab Gauntlet. And this is a series of task-oriented challenges that attendees will go to from station to station to complete. And they get a card, they complete that station, they go to the next, and then they turn in their cards for prizes. It will be $400 to participate. And again, this will open on September 3rd. 2019. And again, first come, first serve. So if you went by that area last year, if you were an exhibitor or even a conferee that came and now you're going to be exhibiting, you will notice it's a very popular area. So you want to put September 3rd on your calendar. Staffing is Tuesday through Thursday, 10 to 2. And usually the exhibitors provide small giveaways to those who successfully complete their challenges. And then again, the deadline for submission is January 6, 2020. Why participate? Because you're engaging with the attendees one-on-one. You're promoted in print and digital communications. Company logo on the back of a giveaway t-shirt, and I saw those all over the floor Tuesday through Thursday this past conference. People proudly wear these, and it's advertisement for your company. And also, we will be scanning badges, and you'll get the lead retrievals at the end of the show. Now, some important dates that we need. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there is one that is coming up very shortly, and you need to put it on your save the date. Monday, June 3rd, 2019, booth space signups begin online. Please put that on your calendars and don't come back and say, I didn't know it was June 3rd. It's coming up in about 10 days, so put it on your calendar so that you go online and sign up. In August, booth assignments will begin. And Monday, August 5th, Monday, August 5th will be booth assignments in seniority order for 800 square feet and above. And then Monday, August 12th, 2019, booth assignments will begin in seniority order with booths that are less than 800 square feet. So keep that in mind. Those dates are important also. And again, I've already told you about the lab gauntlet, the demo zones, and some of these other dates. When you get your packet with the webinar, please look at them and highlight them. Again, we're going to be using A to Z for our Exhibitor Console. Booth reservations open June 3rd. Online ordering for booth space. Enter your company description and product categories. Upload insurance certificates. Upload booth layouts for approval. Link to the exhibitor service manual. Order promotional opportunities and opportunity to enhance exhibitor listing on the website. A to Z is a one-stop shop for your information and getting your booth space and your information ordered. Are there any questions or comments? Okay. If there's no questions or comments at this time, we're going to, whoops, I think we do have a question.
Did you say that the lab gauntlets are being first come, first serve now?
Yes.
Yes, they've always been first come, first serve.
So that's why I told you to save the date. Make sure you put that date on your calendar so that it flips up at 6 a.m. on September 3rd. Any other questions? Okay, I'd like to introduce now Gloria Jackson, and she's from McCormick Place, one of the representatives.
Okay, great. I will be right there, guys. Good afternoon. Are you guys able to see my screen and hear me clearly?
Gloria, we can see you, but we can't see your presentation.
You can't see my screen? Oh. Isn't it here? I'm not sure why. Okay. Can you see it now? Weird.
No, do you have your PowerPoint open?
Yes, I do. Weird. Showing on our screen. Not sure why. Sorry, guys. I am showing it here.
Have a little box that said share my screen.
Yes, and I just clicked it. Webcam.
Okay, your screen is up.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. A little technical situation. User. Good afternoon. My name is Gloria Jackson. I'm the Technology Sales and Services Manager at McCormick Place. I'm pleased to share information with you today regarding the technology services we provide here. The services we provide are telephones. We provide analog as well as digital services. Any Polycom conference phones that you would need. Also, cable TV services. We use all Comcast channels. HD channels are available as long as you have HDMI cables. Cable TV is only available in the South and West buildings. We have internet services, both hardwired and wireless. We can accommodate all of your bandwidth requirements as well as rental of hubs, switches, firewalls. All services include 24-hour access from the move-in of your event until the move-out. All of our internet prices are at a flat fee for the duration of your event. What's new? Since you guys were here last in 2017, we have revised our internet service offerings. What we did was we did an analysis of the services that we have provided over the years, and we made some changes to our services based on what was being used by the exhibitors. We removed a few, and we've added a couple of new ones. We're also happy to announce that we have lowered some of our internet rates. The hardwired services, we removed a few, but we've reduced the prices of some things such as our 6 meg services. We've added a 12 meg. So we heard you guys when you said we needed to make some changes, and we've done that. We've also added a new, more powerful, cost-effective wireless service, and we call that wireless service a VIP Ultimate Wireless. This service offers unthrottled wireless bandwidth to an individual user. The VIP Wireless has become a very popular service. Here's some cost and time saving tips. You can save time by ordering your services via our online ordering system. You can visit us at McCormickPlace.com. That website is up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can go there at any time and place your order online. You can also save money by submitting your order prior to or on the deadline date to receive the advance rates. Now, for less than mission critical concerns, we recommend that you leverage whatever Wi-Fi service might be available during that event. In some areas, there's complimentary Wi-Fi. Now, for mission critical tasks, we ask that you use a wired internet service whenever possible. While Wi-Fi is becoming stronger and stronger in many facilities, wired services are far more reliable. Now, when you order a hardwired internet service, we ask that you provide a floor plan for placement. This will enable us to get your services installed in a timely fashion. We also ask prior to arriving, if you require technical support, please solicit the assistance of someone in your IT department to do so. We are here to help. We have technicians on site, but we will work with your IT department. You can call our customer care line or email us for clarification of any technology services we offer. The technology customer care center is staffed by very knowledgeable customer service managers, and you can always call us during business hours at 312-791-6113. As well, we have a general email address, and you can email 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we will respond in a timely fashion. That email address is technology@mccormickplace.com. Now, we have Rich Buchanan in the room with me regarding union jurisdiction. And I know GES spoke a bit about the exhibitor rights, and she did a very thorough job with that. But we also have Rich here, who's representing Pat Allen, Senior Director of Labor Relations and Campus Operations, to answer any questions that you might have while we are here on this webinar. Or you can give Pat Allen a call, and his number is here on the screen, as well as his email address. Thank you so much for listening, and we look forward to seeing you in 2020. If you have any questions, I have myself and a room full of knowledgeable people that can assist. Thank you.
Any questions? No questions. Let her know.
No questions, Gloria.
Hi again. Thank you for attending the meeting. And for 2020, we would like to increase. So what?
No.
Oh. Let me know when.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you again for sitting through the webinar. And we all want Pittcon 2020 to be successful. And that's why, our organizing committee and exhibitors, we have to work as one body. And so our common target is to try to get attendees to come. And we have a few things that we can increase the visibility of your company. Like I mentioned before, like sponsorship. Sponsorship will be open in early August. For example, I talked about the lanyards before, and then we had a headshot launch. Tech Hub is more or less like a charging station for people's phone or iPad. And then talk about the welcome reception. It's still under preparation. When we get more details, we will let you know. And then we would like you to utilize the free publicity tools, like the press conference rooms that we have, the press release posting, the white paper posting, and the banner ads and more. And also, we'd like to let you know that the next webinar, we try to increase, your presence at Pittcon, and will be in early August, and you will be notified when. And if you know of any way or better ways of promoting yourself at the conference, please feel free to let us know. And you can contact our office manager and Tammy, or I guess you can email me. My email address is the easiest, more or less, like Chan, CHAN, @pittcon.org. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. And as you say, only if we work together that we can get the conference to be successful. Thank you. Any comments?